So spearmint is such a profound essential oil, and I think her being used as plant medicine is a really interesting thing because spearmint is actually used very regularly in our lives and in society. So if you think about the spearmint plant, which is a mint plant, you're all going to find it in toothpaste, you're going to find it in mouthwash, you're going to find it in gum, right? And it has this like yummy smell and taste to it, and it has this refreshing feel and energy to it. There's a reason for that, right? There's a reason for this. Now, the spearmint that is in these mouthwashes and these toothpastes, excuse me, and these gums oftentimes are not the natural plant medicine. So make sure, and the FDA currently does not regulate these kind of products as much as it does our food products. And so oftentimes it'll say natural or natural flavorings. And so it is really challenging to find like a medicinal essential oil inside one of these things. So my advice would be to buy an essential oil that is pure. You know the source, or the teacher knows the source, the supplier knows the source and is openly talking about it with you, so you know that it is pure. You can even ask to see like records on it and information on from where it can come from, testing on it. And then take that and then mix it in water and then like swish around with it in your mouth and let that be your mouthwash. Or, you know, you can make your own toothpaste, just mixing baking soda and peroxide together and putting a few drops of spearmint into it, and then it will make a little paste. I like to put it in like a little jar, a little glass jar, just dip my toothbrush in it and brush my teeth. All the other junk that's in that kind of stuff is not necessary for us. And when we're using pure, and they're toxic to our body, actually, a lot of things in those products, if you don't read your labels carefully, and a lot of things aren't necessary. You can just use simple and pure ingredients to clean your mouth. Why I share this is because spearmint is a cleanser, and she's so refreshing in the way that she cleanses. She is an enlightener in that way. If I want to talk about her literally, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, she is your refreshing friend that tells you the truth. She's the truth serum. Spearmint is known for its honesty and its genuinity, and utilizing it will make you a more honest and genuine person. And what I love about spearmint, if I personified spearmint to be a human, she would be that friend that was like kept it real with you, but not in a harsh way. Honesty doesn't have to be harsh. She would do it in a loving way. She would do it in a compassionate way. She would do it in enlightening way, kind of like just how hopefully I explained to you, like you can make your own toothpaste and you don't need that other stuff in there. It's not necessary, right? So this information of the way spearmint talks through us and talks to us is super healing. And just as being around someone who keeps it real with you, but does it with love and compassion, instead of someone who, you know, blows smoke up your butt, or who like just says what you need to hear, or is trying to manipulate or make you think or be a certain way, or perpetuates your negative or toxic behavior or choices that you make. Spearmint comes in and allows us to be honest and to sit with honesty, and from that truth, great health comes. So when working with spearmint, you are working with being honest with yourself. If you notice, literally, we use spearmint in our mouth, we use it on our teeth, we use it in our gums, we use it with, you know, to cleanse and heal our mouth, but energetically, that's also where our speech comes from. So it's very interesting that it's going to where it needs to go. It blesses our speech. It helps us to become a more honest person with others and with ourselves. Because if we're constantly living in these lies or people pleasing, or even taking it back a little bit to conform, there's a difference between conforming and then compromising. Compromising is healthy. Conforming is repression of our honest self, right? Society loves to repress us. Corporate America and consumerism loves, well, I don't want to say that for corporate generally speaking, but consumerism loves to silence us and to trick us. And then we can do this to ourselves and our relationships with our children, with our partner, and most importantly, with our most important relationship with ourselves. Spearmint helps you to stop fooling yourself, Spearmint helps you to get to the root of the problem, the root of your issues, and to really know your truth, what you want, who you are, why you want it. Physically, she's amazing for weight loss. And I think that's also a very big like tie to, you know, oh, let's use this gum to suppress our appetite. It does work, right, in that way. But spearmint actually, when used medicinally, will talk to ourselves and is nice to use if you're having a craving and you know that it's not the right thing for you to eat. So you can put it on if you're like doing emotional eating, or you are like, you know, you drive by a fast food place and you want that, or you see a commercial and you want that, or you're laying in bed watching TV and you're just bored and you want that, you know. So it will help you come to put it on, take a couple of deep breaths of it in, let it talk to your body and your mind, and then it will tell you, like, are you really hungry, or are you trying to fill some void? So in this way, it's a weight loss plant, but it's not a diet pill. And what I love about it is it's going to be mindful. It's going to allow you to be mindful, truthful, and honest with yourself on why you're utilizing, like, why are you doing this? Why are you utilizing food that's not healthy for you, or how are your eating habits? And let's go into a way that actually serves your body and is healthy for you. Spearmint is amazing with your blood pressure. She sings the songs of truth to the heart, and the heart then blesses the blood. And so this plant is so wise that she's going to help balance your blood pressure. If it's too high, she's going to help bring it into alignment. If it's too low, she's going to help bring it into alignment. So it's a super smart plant that when we are honest and truthful, we bring it back to its spiritual and energetic meaning. It, you know, all is harmonized in the body, which is really powerful. She's amazing for pain. She's amazing for muscle pain. You can rub it where you feel the pain. She is a little cooling, so if it's too much, you can mix it with like coconut oil or grapeseed oil so you don't get like a reaction to it. For me, I like to put it right on it, but I do have thicker skin. So you have sensitive skin, do a little test pass before you try that. But simply put, she teaches us to loosen up and to chill out, and like we don't have to pretend to be something. Even think about gum and what it represents. Instead of brushing your teeth, it's like, here, cover it up with this. So we give like the illusion of having clean breath. Like spearmint is over you being an illusion, and these things hold tension in the body, and she tells us to chill, to relax, and it's cool to be you because it's important to be you. And I think the greatest irony of the world sometimes in my head is that everyone's trying to conform and be a certain way, or at least that's what is trying to be told to us, or follow these rules or be in this box. And if you're doing this, you're wrong. And if you don't do this, you're not right, and all these kind of things. But the reality of the situation is we don't need to please others. We don't need to fit in. We don't need to keep up with what others are doing to be a part of the crowd. We're already connected and we're all the same, and our ugly sides and our light sides and our bright sides are all the same too. And so why don't we just be real and honest with ourselves? And spearmint is the plant for that. If you want some honesty in your life, if you want something refreshing, work with this plant, and it will help you to be that way, to help you, will help you to attract others, and just that vibe generally. Aside from this, spearmint is amazing for digestion. When we have the courage when we have courage and when we live in our truth, we can digest anything. So that, I mean, that's physically with our stomach and our own digestive system, but I also mean that mentally, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually. And she's amazing for memory. So I know a lot of people are worried about their cognitive health. There's so much dementia and early Alzheimer's happening to such young people and happening so prevalently in society. She really is brain medicine, and she'll literally talk to our brain, the neurons and the chemicals, and help them to fire more properly to improve cognitive functioning. But on an emotional and symbolic level, when you remember who you are, which that's what spearmint on a deepest level do. When I talk about truth, at first we'll do the surface level things, but if you utilize it a lot, it's going to come down to the soul. It's going to be soul work. It's going to help you to remember who you are. And when you do that, you can totally remember your to-do list. So when you remember who you are, you're going to remember everything else.